Yes, I'd mostly like to share an experience rather than ask a question. So when you played the Bach Partita, which I had heard dozens of times and played on the keyboard many, many times myself, it was hearing it as if it was completely fresh and new. I never felt the music before. And I felt a sense of dissolving is the best way, a lack of separation between the music and myself, and in a way I've never experienced before. And the heart, I mean, these are just words, but just the feeling of love just permeating. And it surprised me quite a bit. However, there was a definite shift when my eyes started to open and my mind started to be active immediately. And I started to struggle. And so what was effortless up to that point became effortful. I could feel myself trying to, it became goal-oriented sort of. Can I hold this experience with my eyes open? Which is a typical pattern within me. And I started to get, my mind was getting self-critical. And then I walked out to the meditation garden, and then everything opened again, as if I was still hearing the music, totally vivid. So I guess my own self-awareness is to let go of trying so hard. Unless there's something you could comment about when the mind starts efforting like that.
You're right, this experience that we are speaking of, in fact, it's not an experience that is being spoken of, but rather a way of experiencing, is not something that we can go after with the mind and make happen through an act of discipline or effort. It's too subtle for that. We have to allow it to come to us. It's a kind of relaxation of the effort. We cannot make it happen. In just the same way that the experience that you had listening to the Bach violin partita, you didn't make that happen. On the contrary, it was on account of your total openness. It's why we start with being knowingly this open, empty presence. We stand as that, and we let the music come to us, arise within us, and then this invites this experience that you had with the music. It seems quite natural. So try going outside again in the afternoon, or when you're walking, or just sitting quietly in nature, and with your eyes closed, go to, you understand when I say go to it. Be knowingly this openness, just the openness that allows all experience to take place, and start with your eyes closed. Because as I said, it's very common to feel and understand this with our eyes closed, more difficult with the eyes open. So first of all, sit in nature with your eyes closed, and until you feel that you're established as this, not in this openness, as this openness. And then open your eyes, and you can do it gradually like we did this morning if you want to. Open your eyes, but don't leave the openness. Remain where you are. Don't go out to the object to try to somehow make it one with yourself. Stay where you are. Stay in this total relaxed openness. And let the object, in this case it's a visual perception, not an audible perception. It's a sight, not a sound. But you let the sight come to you in the same way. You don't go out to it. You allow it to come to you. In the same way that you previously experienced the music coming to you. You didn't have to go out to find the music. No, the music visited you. You didn't visit it. You always remain in the same placeless place, this open emptiness. And just then open your eyes and just, don't look, but see. You're like a camera. All you can do is register. You can't do anything with what you see. You're just pure sensitivity, pure registering, pure knowing. Allow it to come to you. And then if it seems not to be so, if the world jumps outside, then just close your eyes. Go back, re-establish in your experience. I am this openness. And then open your eyes again and see that this that appears in this openness and is made of this openness. So you can experiment, go back and forth with the eyes open and closed, and take an object like we took this morning. We didn't take an agitated sound of machinery working. We took a Bach partita for good reason, because the purpose of Bach's music is to reveal its reality, to reveal the reality of perception. That is the work of an artist. In the case of Bach, to reveal the reality of sound. In the case of Cézanne or Morandi, to reveal the reality of sight. But it's all to reveal the reality of perception, the work of an artist. So take an object that was, well, in the case of a work of artist, is designed for that purpose. In the case of nature, it is not designed for that purpose, but it is so naturally empty of ego that it's relatively easy to experience this first in peaceful, conducive circumstances, such as in nature. First of all, do it when you're sitting on the bench. Then go for a walk along the lanes here and try the same experiment. And then, when you're walking down the high street, when perceptions are more agitated, when perceptions, unlike Bach's music, are trying to take you towards the object, unlike Bach's music, which is trying to trace perception back to its source in pure beauty. It takes time. There is such a deep conditioning in us to view the world as something outside, made out of dead stuff called matter, at best neutral, more often slightly hostile or threatening. It's decades of conditioning, and this conditioning doesn't yield to a 30-minute meditation. It takes time. You have to give it time, and the realm of sight particularly is, in most cases, the last realm of our experience to be colonized by this understanding. Because the illusion of duality, separation, otherness is most persuasive in the visual realm. So take time, be patient and loving.